Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. This is, I don't know, what is the date today? It's the 7th of August? Yeah, it's the 7th of
Yes.
August, 2023. And here I am, streaming on Twitch, replaying on YouTube at some point in the future with Splinterlands. And I just opened 4 Gladiator packs and I didn't really get anything amazing. And now I'm going to play a wild battle. We've got One's out, Holy Protection, up to 11, and Immortalis is not available. Say hello to my little Ouster. Because I don't need to bring an amplifier. But I will. I feel like stuns will be powerful here. Is it Christmas in July, Walk the Grid? July's over though now. Kane Hayes is going to come along because he's got Reflection Shield. Jin Murray's going to be my tank. And the question is, should I bring Tortoisane Chief to heal Jin Murray? I think yes. Let's see. And for those of you who enjoy seeing my streams on Mondays, on the 28th, you won't see my stream because I won't be here. It'll be Kiralands TV on the 28th of August because I will be going to a concert.
Wait, when is that?
The 28th of August. 3 weeks from now. 3 extraordinarily long weeks.
What's the concert?
Because I've been waiting for this concert since I was about 14 years old. I wish I was going to go see the Wiggles Walk the Grid, but they won't let me in.
You already told me who this concert was, and I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Likewise, I'm thinking the same thing.
Well, now you guys have to try and guess.
Evanescence?
That wasn't a very long list of guesses.
So
Yeah.
pretty sure
As soon as you said it, I knew it was right.
Yeah.
I remember having the conversation about sharing a birthday with Amy Lee.
Oh, do
I
you?
remember watching the video for the first time in forever after you saying you were going and being freaked out by her walking on the windowsill.
No, I've never been.
I don't actually know if I would spend money to go see them without Ben Moody though.
I'm really hoping they play that cover of Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh yeah.
Like I never really listened to Smashing Pumpkins, but I don't know. I feel like in this last couple of weeks, I've gone through a phase of listening to a lot of Smashing Pumpkins. I'm not gonna lie,
Have you smashed a lot of pumpkins?
No, I've carved a few, which is very abnormal for an Australian, considering we don't do the Halloween things.
Wait, what? Halloween doesn't exist in Australia?
Well, the fancy dress costumes are increasing in popularity, but trick or treating certainly does not. I'm
All of the spiders, none of the candy. That sounds like a terrible deal.
I'm from Australia, never spirit.
No wonder that it was a punishment.
I don't like the look of the enemy team here, particularly that Krallis. Particularly more so the Ursure chilling out in second position, which is going to make my Kane Haste be very unlovely. I do think I might have enough damage to burst down that Krallis though. I could be very wrong. Oh, there it is. But guess what? They're getting 2 resurrections. Yeah, I mean, if you're Antarctica, Australia's definitely not the Great Down Under. I don't think I'm capable of victory here.
Why are you not working?
Because I picked the wrong team. Oh no. Goodbye, Mr. Kane Hayes. He's very squishy. The difference in between modern and wild, particularly as you climb the rankings, is pretty large. But I would say that modern cards tend to dominate both formats. Because there are more of them.
And because power creep. I mean, there are certainly some older cards that are strong AF, but in aggregate, yeah, I definitely think that the newer cards are better.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Which reminded me, I wanted to go see if there's any Saltbound cards I can level up. I need another 50 Coastal Sentries.
Oh, just 50.
Well, then she'll be max.
I mean, yeah, I mean, only 50 is actually a pretty good spot to be.
Yeah. Considering
I've gotten 50.
It means I have 350 of them. Untamed is stronger than all of modern? Yeah, probably. Yeah, Jotun, Lear, Kitty.
But let's be realistic. Aside from the legendary summoners, you've got a few really strong cards, but overall the set is not crazy.
I mean,
the next mini set is not going to come until after. Oh wait, no, there is that Kiwi Dinos one.
Core Untamed, I'd say the most powerful cards would be Unicorn Mustang.
I would say Shield Bearer.
Shield Bearer for sure. But I'm pretty biased about that card. Also, it didn't show up in my little thing because I have the gold foil variant. Otherwise I would have definitely mentioned it. Dark Hawan? Nah, Dark Hawan's been weakened too much by both Fury and Giant Killer. But yeah, Shield Bearer, Unicorn Mustang. Like, if I was playing the game today for the very first time and I had sold all my cards and wanted to rebuy into Untamed, the cards I would buy would be Serpentine Spy.
Yeah. He's a beast.
Feasting Seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
Coral Wraith.
Yep.
Phantom of the Abyss, because if I didn't mention it, Rick would have an aneurysm.
It's only the best card in the game. I mean,
Failed Summoner, Unicorn Mustang. Cave Slug, Lone Boatman, Shield Bearer. Bone Golem, Gauladon. Vigilator, Dragon Jumper, Kitty, Horny Toad, Cornelius. Everything else in Untamed is optional.
Can I just say, for the record, it is Cornelius.
Cornelius.
It's an eyeball. It's an anatomy.
Cornea.
Everybody says Cornelius, and everybody types Cornelius like the actual name, and it's like, no, that's not it.
Okay. so I'm not going to buy the massive eyeball.
Nefer Spirit, the best element to use is the one that fits your personal play style best, because if you don't like how it plays, you're not going to play it right, and therefore it's not going to be effective for you. There is no single best splinter, although fire is probably the hardest one to use in most situations. So unless you really want to go fast and break things, I would suggest more versatility lies in the other splinters.
Yeah, blue splinter's pretty safe all the way through.
And green.
And green.
Blue and green are both very versatile.
I think green is the best splinter.
I like life. I like life and green. Those are my favorites.
Mylor.
I could level up my fungus flinger to 9, but I'll keep it at 8 because I've got the gold foil equally leveled.
You know, you can still forcibly... Oh, wait, no. Never mind.
Because it'll be a higher level. Yeah.
I mean, if you're playing by hand, you can still play the gold foil over the higher leveled one because there is that toggle. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in reverse.
I've maxed out my Drybone Barbarian and have 28 extras.
Congrats.
Not like you can do anything with them.
I've maxed out my War Pegasus and I have 43 extras.
That is a much better card.
Yeah, and the fact that I have 43 extras is almost a third of the way to a second max. Wily Coyotean is also maxed out and with 67 extras. But Helios Matriarch with 20 extras is pretty good as well.
I think that's... I may or may not be true for the others, but for the Helios Matriarch, I'm fairly certain that I don't even have to check. That is more extra BCX than I have gotten total. And the funny thing about that is Helios Matriarch is my highest leveled summoner out of the Soulbound reward cards.
It's a shame. I could sell them to you, don't rep? Yeah, sure. You just have to buy the rest of my account while you do that, including my Hive account, which will set you back what is Bitcoin worth these days?
30K.
BTC, USD. 30K. Yeah, if you wanted to buy my Hive account, it'd probably set you back around 3.5 BTC.
Good deal.
Honestly, yeah, that is a pretty good deal. Knowing what your card collection alone is worth, and then also knowing what your SPS is worth, that is greatly devaluing your Hive blog. Like that is
what's funny? I completely
your Hive power and your HBD.
I don't have any HBD anymore, but
oh yeah, that's
because I had to sell my HBD to pay for my surgery.
But I imagine you've been rebuilding since then, right?
No.
Oh, I figured that you're still earning off of your posts. So.
Yes, but I've not been as regular on my posting as I was previously. So yeah, you're right. Sorry, it would have to be like 4.20 BTC just for the meme value.
Yeah, that's more like it. Maybe even 4.2069.
Sure.
And I honestly, even at that, I feel like it's probably undervaluing your contribution to the ecosystem as a whole and the weight that the name on that account carries. Because, yeah, you've been around for a while and you've been doing good things for a long time. So,
I don't know. We'll see what my life insurance pays as well, and then we'll add that to the total. We'll have to express it in scientific notation. Wait, could you even... No, because there's only 21 million Bitcoin. You would never need to express Bitcoin in scientific notation.
Well, technically, actually,
you could.
Every time I transact with Bitcoin, it is because it's
exponential below the zero.
With -7.
Yeah, with 16 decimal places.
There's only 8, but still.
Yeah. Yeah, there could be 16 decimal places. There's a probably a fractional Satoshi market out there somewhere, which it itself goes to 8 decimal places. Wow. You can tell I don't have a PhD in mathematics.
You know what? I vote that we start calling it dot points because that's a heck of a lot more concise.
Very limited rare coin BTC. Yeah, only 21 million of them. And speaking of only 21 million, I can't max out any of these 21 million reward cards at this point. It'll be another few days, I guess. A few months, maybe. Who knows? I don't want to vote on the proposal. Go away. I want to abstain by not voting.
It's so annoying when it keeps popping that darn thing up.
I could use Baron's Toolbox, which makes it disappear after the first notification pops up, but I find that interface more busy. Keep your distance. Are you not entertained? And Fire and Regret. Let's see if we can slip Quora in between the sheets of this match. I don't think I can, because she's got...
Camino, we've been telling you that for months.
I wish I didn't have to open my Gladiator packs. Okay, so I guess we're going with Magic here. You know what? I'm just going to go Jotun and spare Magic. Sounds like a safe plan to me. Because spamming Jotun plus Magic is actually quite a bit of fun. Provided the enemy doesn't bring Magic Reflect. Oh, because I'm playing wild here. There's so many cards that I miss. Really should have considered a strong showing of Dr. Blight in this match, but hey, I didn't. Oh yeah, I was going to say... I was going to start off this story with an anecdote. So on the weekend, I went to go see the Barbie film with my wife and a friend. And immediately after that, we went to go see Oppenheimer. But there was an intermission between the two films where we went and had lunch and did a little bit of shopping and, the sort of stuff you do in a shopping center. And when we were traveling through the car park of the shopping center to get to some shops that were on the other side of the car park, we call them zebra crossings, the painted white stripes that are on the ground where cars are meant to stop and give way to pedestrians.
Crosswalk.
Yeah, a crosswalk. There was a crosswalk, and being a pedestrian, I commenced walking across the crosswalk. But then there was a vehicle that did not see me and proceeded to drive halfway through the crosswalk. And I saw the vehicle coming out of the corner of my eye and saw them encroaching onto the crosswalk at probably, walking pace. And they made out like they were going to just speed through in front of me instead of stopping. So I just started clapping. And by clapping, I mean I started clapping like a walrus would clap. And they saw me.
I feel like you need to give me a second so I can load up the stream and then you need to demonstrate.
Okay. I won't make my hands make contact with each other, but because I don't want to deafen everyone. Let me know when you've got the thing up. So I basically started clapping like this. Like grinning from ear to ear as much as I could. And also did like a little pirouette in front of his car as I was clapping like this. And my wife and the friend that I was in started laughing. And then once we were past the crosswalk, we hear the car start up again because he had stalled the car in his rush to stop in order to give way. And that sent me into a further fit of laughter. And it was the best moment of my life up until this point.
We approach these moments very, very differently.
And my wife proceeded to be like, you can be an asshole sometimes, but you're my asshole. And it was so good. It was such a great expression of affection.
When that happens to me, someone almost runs me over during talk, I generally start singing.
No, because you can't get angry at someone who's clapping like a walrus.
Yeah, but I also generally then kick their car.
No.
I do though.
I de-escalate through comedy.
No, I escalate. I'm wrong, so.
I mean, the way to ultimately abstain from proposals, Daru, would just be to unstake all your SPS and sell it, I guess.
Not financial advice.
That wouldn't stop the notifications.
The pop-up, correct. Yeah.
The way to stop the notifications would be just don't play.
Yeah. It would be interesting that if abstentions actually... Well, abstentions do sort of contribute because they need the certain amount of SPS voting either for or against the proposal in order for it to pass.
It'd be cool if you could make a statement.
No, I think that's what the pre-proposal phase is for. But no one reads the comments on pre-proposals anyway. No one actually gets engaged in, deep governance discussions unless they're either the person who's proposed the proposal. There aren't people that get involved in conversations that two other individuals may be having about a proposal, I find. Dave McCoy is the one exception to that. He tends to go and weigh in on many responses in the comments section on most proposals. Aziracon is also good at that as well. But Aziracon tends to place forth their position in the Mav chat. Oh, they don't really flame it. They're European, so they're blunt. Lots of Europeans are quite blunt in the way in which they use English because it's an efficient way to communicate. Healed out, reverse speed, and maybe reverse speed will mean that I might win my first battle. You know what I'm doing to ensure that I don't win my first battle? Aquatus.
Well, no, Aquatus could be very good in reverse speed if you're playing all one-speed creatures.
That's my plan. I don't know that Spirit Hoarder is a part of that plan. Lobstradamus can be a part of that plan. Rooney feels too expensive to be part of that plan. The no healing part of the rule set upsets me though. You know what? Spirit Hoarder is going to be part of the plan. even without the healing. Are you playing in Modern or Wild, Nefer Spirit? Because if you're playing in Modern, there shouldn't be any bots.
I wish I was still on camera because I was totally about to do the Dr. Evil air quotes.
Shouldn't be. Yeah, I think I might win this match, even though I just got half of my team killed by Redemption.
I want someone to do their best Mahmoud Ahmadinejad impression and say there are no bots in Modern.
As in, there's no weapons of mass destruction? Is that what your reference is to?
No, that's not what he said.
Sorry, I know your love for all things geopolitical, so I had to make a reference.
Oh no, it's more like. Oh yeah, of course. I'm back on my computer. Yeah, that's basically what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah,
Steven.
Yeah. Do I need to focus on one or play Modern or Wild? Generally
Wild,
speaking, it's better to focus on just one. But you can do whatever you want. It's more efficient and wise to focus on one format. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win a match today. Larkin had a customer. Thorns. Rise of the Commons. Reverse.
Play Mylor.
I don't have Mylor. Well,
I know.
I don't have Mylor at the appropriate level. I hate the fact that this is reverse speed because I kind of want to play Quora. Because I always want to play Quora.
Just play
Not
it.
all of us have that privilege, you know?
Well, the problem is Helios Matriarch does +1 speed. Then Quora's going to just miss all the time.
So play Lob.
I don't have Lob maxed
and Magic
out.
Doesn't miss.
Lob also helps the enemy team because it reduces their speed. It's such a...
Oh yeah, he is a -1. Totally forgot about that.
Why do you want to play Quora? Because I'm frustrated and want to win. Nah, instead I'm going to play Lily and Life. And because it's Rise of the Commons, I can't play the big legendaries that I want to play.
Which means you couldn't have played Quora anyways.
Yeah, correct. But it also means I can't play Desert Dragon. But I can play a good old Shield Bearer. Back them up with a heal. Back them up with a cleanse.
Oh yeah, Kevin, check the Discord DMs. I just
Bring
sent you something a minute ago.
Oh, I think I already had the production, right?
Bring a repair in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I commented on that verbally. I said, "Oh wow, Rick,
Oh,
that is insane."
I'm gonna go for Scavo Technomancer.
That is a card that I do not have as playable, and it hurts because I love playing Magic Blast Team.
I'm very upset at Runeslinger being on the enemy team.
As you should be.
Yeah, who plays Runeslinger? I think I made that mistake once.
Well, I think I'm going to be okay. Although I don't have a resurrection. Sort of every time I play Shield Bearer, I sort of just take it for granted that they have this inherent resurrection. because you so typically
That's a very common thing.
you so typically play Shield Bearer with a resurrection. But it's okay. Junker can be a nice tank for a little bit. I like the fact that Camouflage is rendering their Sandworm pointless as a sneak creature. But man, is that Warrior of Peace in that second position really ruining my day?
Warrior of Peace is such a logical term.
A logical fallacy?
I suppose it's a fallacy.
Never Spirit. Anytime you see Acolyte underscore a bunch of numbers or Neophyte or there's another one, those are people that have not bought their spellbook yet. So it's
A brand new account.
Reward, so it's unlikely to be a bot.
Yeah. Unless
it's probably someone who is brand new to the game.
Unless someone was trolling and created an account called Acolyte _ random number.
Which is, yeah, technically possible.
That'd be some pretty fun trolling.
I could be Acolyte. I could be Acolyte _ Holozor.
Aren't you though?
No, I'm far from an Acolyte.
You could be an Acolyte.
Nah. Is there Acolyte Scotty? Is that your account name now, Scotty? Born Again, Unprotected, and Kevin's favorite rule set, Little League.
True you there, since you're not actually earning any rewards in Novice regardless, spellbook or not. So that makes sense too. I guess I didn't really think about it from that point of view.
I don't know what to pick for my team here.
Your nose?
Nah.
You're censored.
I feel like I have to choose Kellia.
Jim's not here, it's okay.
I mean, it's more along the lines of if I don't, the enemy will. If I do, the enemy probably still will.
Kill you?
Yeah, that's the problem. I just hate the fact that there's no armor in this game. Well, in this particular rule set. Actually, no, let's use that to my advantage by playing Grenadier. Feasting seaweed to stay alive as long as possible. Hopefully that will help that happen. Ooh, it's a Bootops.
Are you mumbling to yourself or talking to your wife?
No, I'm just rambling like I normally do. I move the microphone away.
Because it interferes with your beard by producing static electricity?
I actually get my beard stuck in the holes of my microphone from time to time. It's quite unhappy.
I don't understand why y'all keep the mic so close. Like mine is like all the way up against my monitor.
I have a low frequency voice.
Which means that it carries.
No.
I just like to desperately clutch things.
I mean, bass absolutely travels farther than treble.
Their use of Martyr here has been quite exceptional.
You're exceptional.
No, I really haven't been.
You're an exception.
To the exceptionality.
The legal theorist, Carl Schmitt. One of my favorite quotes ever on...
Their Dr. Blight has 20 freaking health.
Dr. Blight would have probably gotten along with Carl Schmitt.
He's been a monster.
So was Carl Schmitt. saying.
Wow. Absolutely wrecked rolled. Yeah, I don't think I'll be winning a game all day today.
How does that make you feel?
Depressed.
I'm sorry.
It makes me want to go get the black eyeliner and black nail polish.
When's the last time you broke the black nail polish out?
High school.
Oh. Even I've broken it out more recently than that.
Yeah, but I didn't need to key somebody's car, then cover up the fact very poorly that I keyed somebody's car. You want to talk about it? Yes, I do, Larkin. The Dr. Blight hurt me.
I'd ask you to point out where Dr. Blight touched you, but that part of your body would now be missing, so...
Yeah, it was amputated.
No, it would have fallen off due to Blight.
No.
Debatable.
No.
We'd have to check the lore.
I'd be unlucky and it'd stay attached and cause my entire being to rot from the core.
You'd mean you'd go septic?
Yep. It's like the next level of being a goth. Sepsis.
I mean, it's normally, and I say normally here, is the last step before death.
Touch your tooth. No.
It'd be hard to get past sepsis.
Is there any Discord server that's related to this game? Well, there's the official server, there's the Splinterlands TV server. Most guilds that play Splinterlands have their own servers, but the main server is a good place to start. Spellbook code or promo code, I don't know the last time those were made available. It's been a very long time since I saw any like promo spellbook codes or promo codes. I used to have a stack of physical cards with promo codes on them 5 years ago. But I don't have it anymore. Plus, all those codes would no longer be valid anyway. I wouldn't trust anyone saying that they're selling the code, because you're not going to be certain that that code is going to work or be legitimate. I only have 53 seconds to formulate a team with odds. No legendaries and blast. Feels like I should be playing Blue Splinter and going for speedy magics. But it also feels like I should be going for Immortalis and going for speedy magics. Or indeed any sort of speedy attackies.
Speedy attackies.
Yep.
Is that official terminology?
It is. It's what I'll win the world championship of consecutive losses in a row with.
Very nice.
I'm using Scattershot because I'm not very smart. I only have 9 seconds left to formulate my team. Alright, prepare for the worst team you've ever seen.
You tend to have this problem a lot.
It's because I play with my heart, not with my brain.
I play with neither. I just randomly tap buttons.
I honestly think I'd have a better win-loss ratio if I just selected random creatures. In fact, I'm going to do that for my next battle.
Completely random?
Completely random.
Like a monkey hitting a keyboard random?
Yep.
Wow.
Come on, Screeching Vulture. Stay alive. Oh, it just stayed alive long enough to be smacked in the face by a bramble pixie.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Now, my scatter shot really needed to have hit that Regal Paraton, but now it'll hit nobody. Yeah.
Rick, any comment?
Look, I told you I was being a fool by playing it. I'm well aware of the salacious actions that I took. Okay, target practice, born again, equalizer. My random team is going to have as many opportunities as possible in it. Because that would be the correct way to play this team. And by opportunity, I mean scavenge.
And by scavenge, you mean not scavenge.
No, I mean actual scavenge.
I'm sorry, I'm just taking the mick.
It's okay. Minnie will be very upset with you later.
What Minnie doesn't know won't hurt her.
Martyr's probably a good idea too. I'm copying the team that my enemy defeated me with.
How does that make you feel?
Like a bot. Grund feels random. No, wait. Let's go to Longtail. Then we will also do Osha. I left 16 mana on the table. Do you think that Battle Helpers being banned from Modern as much as it can be will make the game play imperfectly again with better results? There's going to be absolutely no way to enforce the banning of Battle Helpers.
Yeah, all it's going to mean is that they're going to go underground.
That's why I'm abstaining from the vote, because I don't think that it can actually achieve anything.
It's just the dumbest.
And it'll probably be in another font in the terms of service. And a different size. Speaking of which, none of you have even attempted to try and get a keyword out of the terms and service. And that's okay, because I don't really feel like doing a giveaway right now anyway. Because I am in too much pain. Walk the Green is already copy-pasted. There is no keyword diary. I'm not doing a giveaway.
You know the way to my heart.
The enemy team apparently knows the way to my heart, except in a violent way.
In a stabby
in
way?
A stabby way, yeah.
The way to your heart is through baked goods, specifically Portuguese custard tarts, no?
Yeah, and just custard tarts and profiteroles and eclairs.
I don't believe that you can get a good eclair in Australia.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think I've ever experienced a good one.
It's like, what's her name? Gavarti Spivak's theory of the subaltern. Are you familiar with this?
No, but I think there's a similar thing in my discipline of art, where it's cultural cringe, where you are essentially blind to the wonders of your local area and feel as though you must travel abroad or a long distance in order to obtain something of quality, when in reality the thing of quality...
This is something wherein the subaltern cannot speak, so
okay.
If you not know the nature of the quality of your oppression, because you don't know what normalcy is, you don't know that you're oppressed.
I follow. I've felt that way before.
So I'm equating a post-colonial theory of oppression to your lack of decent croissants and profiteroles and eclairs.
Makes complete sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if my Dr. Blight can take down an entire enemy team while impacted by halving and a stun.
Sure. You can do whatever you put your mind to.
Even a bear attack?
Yes. It's all about positive mindset.
I'm about to engage in some toxic positivity by pressing battle button again in the hopes that I'll win this time.
I hate toxic positivity more than toxic negativity.
There's no such thing as toxic negativity. It's just misnamed pragmatism.
I don't like you. I mean, if you look in the world with a negative or, pessimistic perspective, you'll never be disappointed.
And therefore, you're incapable of unhappiness.
Probably incapable of happiness as well, but let's not go there.
But there's balance.
I sense disturbance in the force.
Balance is the most important element.
I mean, I think across all cultures, balance.
I mean, you don't want to have two speakers, but all the sound coming out of only one.
Well, unless you're trying to learn a guitar part and you just want to hear the drums, and it was mastered really badly. But yeah.
I just thought that, hey, we've got the left channel in the speakers and the right channel in the speakers. And politics is just both of them playing at the same time and making an awful noise that achieves nothing.
Yeah, but the problem is that the far right becomes the far left at some point because it's a circle.
Because you go so far.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, north, east, south, west. It just matters of perspective.
They kind of are.
Because if you look at the traditional east as known by the Western world of Asia, you could go east very far from Asia and end up in America. So America is technically also the east.
I've thought of this so many times. Oh, and by the way, for the chat, if anyone is looking to sell a North Pole and South Pole magnet, scientific grade,
Kevin, we're looking to build a cyclotron so that we might throw
pharmaceutical product.
No, so that we might throw Milo Crowling at people that have reflection shield and see what happens.
Yes.
I better pick my team. I have 30 seconds to pick a team.
You're doing it again.
Yep. That's when I do my best work. Oh, why is it aim true? I can't play Astro Entity and aim true.
You know what I hate about Splinterlands?
There's no surrender button on the battle screen.
Ranged attack.
Also, there's no surrender button on the battle screen. I hate that.
I just hate
because I feel like I need that surrender button on the battle screen right now. 2 mana, sure. This one, quick. It's not letting me click it. Okay, it's not letting me click anything. I guess I surrendered.
What would happen if I wrote a proposal to get rid of ranged? How much vote? What percentage of the vote do you think it would get? More or less than 1?
Hello? Yeah, apparently I surrendered. Because I didn't get my team in quickly enough. So my hubris serves me well. All right.
Your arrogance, some might say.
One's out. Weak magic, armored up. Ooh, this is one for Grandmaster, not Wraith. The other hammer dude, Chancius.
Grandmaster Funk?
Not yet. Maybe later. Maybe when you're older. Don't know how much older, but at some point. When you've aged, but not aged significantly.
It's weird. I look at myself in the mirror sometimes, and I feel that if I shaved my beard.
I look at myself in the mirror sometimes and try not to vomit.
I don't like looking at myself in the mirror, but like sometimes I feel like I have not aged. Because then I see friends of mine that I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, Immortalis is a good choice.
And they look old.
Immortalis is the best choice.
Yeah, because I'm Immortalis.
Why didn't you tell me to play Immortalis?
because I would tell you to play my lore because I'm too lazy to go to the battle ring or whatever it's called. The arena.
Battle. Oh, I thought you were going to say you're too lazy to go to the battle helper.
That too.
Oh, it's Immortalis v Immortalis.
I mean, getting rid of battle helpers is literally impossible.
Yeah. Particularly when the irony of a coaching service being broadcast on the town hall is not lost on me.
I no comment. But like, don't they people?
By the way, this one moment. This ruler that I've been fiddling with as a fidget spinner is not long enough to measure my incompetence at Splinterlands today.
Lols.
For that, I instead need to employ the tape measure.
I thought you were gonna say a meter. Do you call one of those long carpentry rulers a meter in Australia?
One of these?
The wooden things that are a meter long?
Oh no, this is not made of timber.
We call it a yardstick.
Yeah. No, I've got a spirit level that's just over a meter long.
I got a spirit level that's also over a meter long.
It's made of.
I used this to build my fence at my former home.
It's made of plastic.
Oh, mine's made of metal.
What if you needed to measure the levelness of a set of live electrical cables and you'd use that? I believe it would be a shocking experience.
First of all, I will not do any electrical DIY more than changing a light fixture or a socket. If it's anything more than that, I'm calling the electrician. They make $140 an hour.
Spirit level. Wow, magic. A spirit. The world is felt. I believe Walk the Grid meant to say flat, but felt is funnier. I too believe the world is felt.
I believe there's a lot of fault in this world.
Except you add a U in, so it's fault. Yes, the world is faulty. Up to 11. Flat. Yes, that's a type of screwdriver.
Yeah, flathead.
It's also a type of fish.
It's not really a type of fish as much as it is a nomenclature that we use as shorthand to refer to some fish.
To a species or species.
To multiple species. From different geni.
I'm feeling pretty flat today.
I was fishing in Florida, where Rick lived, with my brother-in-law before I knew Rick. Because if I had known Rick at that time, I would have taken the 8-hour detour from the Panhandle to go where he is. Because I can't stand that side of the family. And I went fishing for a day. And it was my brother-in-law and a series of like 50 and 60-year-old military veterans who were very nice men and, you know, had great stories, but laughed very hard when I started, how could I put this?
Not catching fish.
I did some of that, but I'm talking about liberating the beer that was in my body over the side of the boat due to being in 20-foot swells in a 27-foot craft. And, you know, I'm not the hugest drinker, but for some reason, you know, leaving at 4 a.m. on a fishing trip, it sounded like a great idea to start pounding beers as soon as we got at the marina.
Oh, you mean not in the car on the way? You started late.
And it was the first time
that's why you had trouble, because you were so far behind.
Fair point. Yeah. And it was more fun when I was told, "Oh no, you're not allowed to use the head on the boat. We don't use that. You have to do your stuff over the side." which would have been fine if there hadn't been 20-foot swells.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm losing.
I don't know how I came to that. Oh, flatfish, because on that we found a flatfish that was out of season that we couldn't catch, that had a giant parasite running through its skull, and we put it out of its misery.
And that's how you met Rick.
That's how I met Mylor.
I thought you were going to say, and that's how I met my wife for a second there, and I'd be like, oh dear, don't go there.
Speaking of, I was not gonna.
Water sounds toxic. Yeah, it's like that Simpsons episode with the fish with 3 eyes. Except I'm the fish with 3 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 losses in a row.
Yeah, it could be worse.
That sounds like one of my records.
And I still have 13 energy left.
Maybe you'll get 13 wins in a row now.
Let's not introduce toxic positivity to the stream.
I don't think that was toxic positivity. I think that was toxic impossibility.
I think that was toxic possibilis.
Nice follow. Nice follow.
I'm gonna play Immortalis and blame you when I don't win. Actually, I'm going to bring triple heals. And then I won't have a cleanse when I get afflicted.
If you were cool, you would have said trip instead of triple.
Yeah, but I'm not cool. Because the good thing about this rule set is that there's unlikely to be a Dr. Blight on account of the fact that legendaries cannot be played.
Oh my god. England versus Nigeria is going to penalty. It's in penalties right now. I'm putting that on mute now. Because I put my...
You're way too excited about this sports
Nigeria.
stuff.
The English took a red card in the 87th minute.
Toxic possibility? It is a toxic possibility. Where's my... Yeah, let's throw Unicorn Mustang out in front. I have 3 healers in my team.
How did she...
They have Yod and Zaku. And of course they have Force Field. And I have a creature with charging by way of Sudier Shaman, who normally is an exceptional choice. Ouch. Another loss. Oh, walk the grid. You're a crazy person. Direct reference to Steve Irwin dying. It's the gallows humor. It's what we like. It's what we love. That's 14 losses in a row. I'm a pretty rigid angled polygon myself, Pero. Often described as a square. Pear. It rhymes with square. Suddenly I'm a poet.
You didn't know it?
No, I knew it. I knew
but can
it.
you do it?
I have in the past. We should
Did
write.
it last?
We should write poems about Splinterlands.
When land, the end.
When land made of sand through the hourglass it slipped, and cries indeed did rip through the mav chat. What rhymes with chat?
Scat.
Rat.
Ba-da-ba-ba-doom-bap.
Brat. They trolled like brats in search of their salt. But there was nothing but lightning bolt of inactivity in the nativity of land where there is
Thank you,
only
Bob.
sand. There we go. There's my land poem. Made up on the spot. It's time for Tarsa. And double repair. Okay. Ooh, there's a gold foil enemy summoner. It's a Kelia. Quite a bit of gold foil on that enemy team. I disagree entirely.
England won.
Rip. I mean, rigged.
Lols.
As a fellow Commonwealther, Holzor, don't you get annoyed when England wins?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because they have already.
I resent being the subject of a monarch.
And why don't you own a castle in Splinterlands?
I can't answer that politely.
I own 1/30th of a castle.
Oh, it's a keep you own on your own, right?
Yes.
Just a small castle.
Yeah. A little tiny baby castle. So technically I'm a monarch.
You're a what?
A monarch of sorts. You know, I'm something of a monarch myself.
Aren't you just like a baron?
Sure. No, I'm a delusional old man. That's what I am.
That too.
But the term baron and delusional old man is not inseparable from another.
Of course not.
In fact, I think there's a lot of overlap in that particular
in the Venn diagram. Yep. Yep.
And around these parts, we make Venn diagrams for everything. Hello.
Do we have a Venn diagram for your hatred of being the subject of a monarch?
I could make one pretty gosh darn.
It would just be a circle.
I was about to say I would could draw the circle of the inbreeding that the monarchy was predicated upon.
You did say
Maybe
that,
that would be
though.
a bit uncouth.
I don't like it when England wins, because as soon as England wins a single game by a 1-goal difference in a World Cup or Euro, the English fans start the "it's coming home."
I was about to say that.
Just as they did with every historical artifact they lifted from ancient Egypt and all the other places that the British Imperial hand touched. It's funny though, because it's true.
It's funny because it's true.
Exactly.
Sad but true.
No, you can't Michael Bublé Metallica.
I don't know. Metallica have a few ballads.
Yeah, and that's one of them.
I mean, you need a good ballad. You're gonna be a
What's the
hard rock.
No. The Memory Remains. would love to see a Bublé version of that.
Oh God.
Because it's kind of predicated on the fact that it is hard rock for hard times. That song, like it contains all of the things that it needs within itself.
It's self-contained.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rick's still going in his head. Na 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 na.
No, I'm not, because Larkin is absolutely correct. It is from the album Load, and Load and Reload are exactly the reason why Metallica is not the greatest American rock band of all time, because they took a decade off and decided to completely suck.
I believe you're experiencing some Saint Anger right now.
Saint Anger is when they decided to come back.
Yeah, Saint Anger was a pretty good album, actually.
Yeah, nah.
Since Saint Anger, they've been back to form. They're not as good as like Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All Black Album era, but they're a lot better than Load and Reload era.
Yeah, that's a bloody long era though.
But that's why it's Aerosmith to me, because they never took a couple of decades off. They sobered up and stayed good.
Good being a
Are
relative.
you there? You know what? I'm down for that, actually.
Bublé version of Dracula. Yes. Yes. I mean, what's that other popular? I think it's White Zombie as opposed to Rob Zombie. The with the wheels of his Mustang exploding like a slug from a 45, Tune Death, 500 horsepower of Black Sunshine. Yeah. A Bublé version of that.
Yeah, sounds pretty epic.
You guys want to keep Michael Bublé pretty busy, don't you?
No, we're not talking about Michael Bublé doing them. We're talking about me doing them.
Yeah, just Rick is a Michael Bublé impersonator now. It's his full-time occupation.
Our live appearance, and when we do a 4-hour live stream from karaoke bar at the midpoint between Florida and Australia, which is Vanuatu.
Y'all remember? Well, I guess neither of y'all remember, but yeah, I used to have the song wheel for my giveaways and whatnot before I quit doing giveaways. But no, I was. I think I told y'all before. Do you remember the song "Here" by Alessia Cara?
No.
Yeah.
It was just a terrible time for her to come out with that song, because she was competing against Meghan Trainor and Imagine Dragons and 21 Pilots. Like, they were all hitting the scene at the same time. And if she had, come out like 6 months later with it, I feel like she would be a household name, because she's actually very talented and has a wonderful voice. But it was just like she got completely lost in the noise with everything else that was awesome that came out at that time. And but the song "Here" is just, it's a beautiful little song. and I loved it from the very first time I heard it. So of course I memorized it for karaoke and everything like that, but I could never bring myself to sing a 16-year-old Hispanic girl. So when I do Alessia Cara's here, it's in the style of Metallica. And it is very not Metallica song, but it works so well as Metallica.
I do like unexpected metal covers of things, like the song "Message in a Bottle" by The Police has a great cover by Machine Head.
That's awesome.
And for those that don't know Machine Head, the frontman Rob Flynn sings in a combination of a beautiful falsetto and the typical screamy hard rock metal sort of vocals. Very gravelly sort of man. It's a great cover of it because he can swing between the whole high points, relatively high points of falsetto for a male voice at least. You know when it.
Can he go the full Frankie Valli though?
I don't know what that is.
Sherry,
no.
Sherry
No. My
karaoke not quite there. Like
no.
I can do full falsetto pretty good. I can't actually Frankie Valli.
More of the nasally falsetto is probably the more accurate way to describe it.
Has there ever been a karaoke version of Splinterlands TV?
I think it would violate all the copyrights.
Yeah, we're like, if I were to sing any more of any song, we'd be kind of.
What if they were all original songs that we wrote and gave a copyright waiver?
Then Rondon may or may not approve them on a case-by-case basis.
I would want to license them to Splinterlands and make a profit from my labor.
That would be not approved on a case-by-case basis.
Why not? With all that Splinterlands money.
Yeah, Leapfrog Studios does a lot of beautiful metal covers of non-metal covers. They've got a very large YouTube channel, hundreds of songs that they've done.
What genre does the most covers of non-genre covers? Bluegrass.
One of my favorite Leapfrog ones, You There, is the cover of Africa that they do. Like a heavy metal cover of Africa with both a male and female vocalist is something to behold.
Oh my god, there's a song I'm thinking of, which is a duet that I would love to see done by a metal band. It has a line like, "Weary sun, sleep tonight."
Are you just reading from the Lion King's cinematic script?
I'm moving my way.
Nightwish do an awesome cover of Phantom of the Opera as well.
Dr.
I saw Phantom live on Broadway before it shut down, and I'm so glad that I did. Because like I'd always said, I refuse to watch it until I can see it on Broadway. Like I wouldn't watch a movie or anything like that, or an off-Broadway production. And then when we went up there, Rebecca convinced me this is like, if we're going, so we gotta go, because you never know when it's gonna end. And we were there last summer, and then so glad I saw it, because come February they're like, yep, we're done with that. And I was like, oh thank you.
I've seen it 3 times, I think. Once in England, in whatever place they play plays in England. I can't remember, but because it was in England, they actually had a really good cast. I think Hopkins was actually in the production that I saw.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I would have done the Weber version,
yeah,
but that's not really possible. So
yeah, but then when I went to Vegas, I saw it again. And then I think I've seen it once here in Australia as well. All different each time because it was different productions.
But yeah, I mean, I've been obsessed with that soundtrack for a long time.
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic driving music as well.
Wow, my chest pathetic today. I should say my chest.
I thought you were referring to your physical chest, and I was going to be like, are you okay? Do you need medical attention?
My physical chest is a sculpted work of art.
By sculpted, he means untouched boulder.
you can't improve upon perfection.
Except for that time the nurse had to shave my chest for the EKG.
That is a nice boulder.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
I haven't won a game or stream, Farfai. And I don't think I'm about to start now.
The band in question there, Larkin, is Bad Wolves. And in all honesty, I feel like they would probably still be fairly unknown if Dolores O'Riordan hadn't died. I feel like that made their career.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that loss streak. I've gone from 39.86 ranking to 36.47. I am talent, and I still have 8 energy left.
What did Dolores O'Riordan die of again?
She drowned in a bathtub while drunk AF.
Oh, God. For some reason I thought it was like something natural.
Every death is natural.
Naturally.
That's a very goth thing of me to say.
Yeah.
Which means we expected it.
Yeah. Like I can't help it. It's just who I am.
You were born this way.
All right, Lady Gaga, calm down.
I don't know if I've ever heard a Lady Gaga song.
You would have.
But I might not.
Yeah, I can pretty much guarantee you have, because it's very difficult to escape.
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't know it, is what I'm saying.
I've got some words I could say on those topics. Or Poker Face, which the first time...
God. Yeah, I've heard that.
The first time I heard Poker Face, I misheard the lyrics as broke her face.
Actually, the first one is, like, in the chorus, the first one is Poker Face. And then the second one is not actually able to be said on Splinterlands TV.
Because I just said it before?
No, it's another word.
Oh, okay.
I have a feeling I know what you're talking about there.
I have a feeling you do too.
Oh, Lordy. It's time for an intervention. Bless your heart.
Yeah, I need an intervention. Please help me pick a winning team.
Mylor?
Don't have Mylor. It's already got Thorns as a rule set.
So play Mylor.
Double down.
That means they take 4 damage, right?
Yeah, you get double thorns.
A battle helper could help me? No, why do I need a battle helper? I have Twitch chat and all of you have been useless.
That's because we're not battle helpers, we're battle herders.
I'm going possibility in Thorns. And then I'm just going to bring everyone who has Reflection Shield.
I want to tell you what to do without knowing what the rule set is and see if you win.
Yeah, but you'd always say play Mylor. And I'd always say to you, sorry, sir. This is.
I have an alternative to Mylor.
I'd be just like, sorry, sir. This is not a insert name of chain restaurant.
Okay, if you're not playing Mylord, you play Blue Splinter. You play Kelia as your summoner with
And then
Demon Shara, Oshanis,
Pero
Lurker.
like some magic reflect or shield. I proceeded to bring no magic reflect, no shield. My opponent is Yasik.
I have an answer for every Splinterlands scenario.
The surrender button? Because it would have been the same outcome for me. I'm really grateful I've got these 2 True Strike creatures in my team because they can't miss.
I'm so bad at Splinterlands.
Yep.
You will not be as bad as me until you obtain a losing streak as long as I.
I'm pretty sure I have in Braun.
Yeah, but you got to do it in champ.
I don't think that would be very hard.
Yeah, I mean, I've managed to achieve that just today.
There you go. I'm proud of you,
I'm waiting to be afflicted in my Bacteria. Oh, there's some poison instead. Wow, that Dr. Blight hasn't afflicted me yet. Nah, Possibilis is Rick's favorite summoner.
No.
It's Wraith.
Grandmaster Rave. Especially if there's Scattershot involved.
So there's another loss, but that loss bites deep because it was to auto feed. And I just, wow, what a goth name, Dismayed World. That's who I lost to previously, a member of your Peak Monsters Hurricane Guild, Rick.
Ah, cool.
Mighty Large World.
Wasn't I playing someone we are supposed to know, Rick, recently in a game?
Was it somebody that you used? Was it somebody that you used to know?
No, I was live on stream with you, Rick, and I was asking you for advice on who to put in my phrase. No, it's when I replayed that battle for you, and it was against where I said I got Korred, and then like you were like, no,
Matt Clark.
Really
Matt Clark.
It wasn't Matt Clark. He played Matt Clark. I never played Matt Clark. I played Bronze Phrase.
Oh. Well, Matt Clark is ubiquitous.
Yes.
Embrace the cult of the flesh golem.
I mean, he did play Matt Clark because there was a flesh golem in that battle.
I mean, every time there's a flesh golem, you're playing Matt Clark.
Pretty much. It's a 1 in 4 chance, if not greater.
I don't even really know Matt Clark.
I've known him in corporeal reality for years.
Wow. I've seen a picture, and he's quite a tall man.
Yeah. When he was at my bachelor party before I got married, I had a little bit too much to drink, and his response was to go and grab the blender as a vessel for me to vomit in.
You know, it's very pragmatic.
Because the following morning I was looking for the blender and I could not find the blender.
It was disposed of?
No, it was just somewhere else in the house. I never ended up vomiting into the blender. Got way too much decorum for that.
Let me ask you this. If you had, would you have gotten rid of the blender?
No. I have a very expensive blender.
Fair.
I would have trusted that my fellow conspirators would have washed it on my behalf while I was ill-disposed.
Do you really think they would have, though?
No. Okay. I'm playing someone from my very own guild. Is my own guild the place from where I shall obtain a victory?
Probably not.
I adore your confidence.
I have a lot of confidence in your opponent.
I don't. It looks
I don't
like
have
this.
confidence in your opponent, but I have confidence in your ability to lose.
Oh, I could have finished that sentence for you. It's like I spoke it myself. So unless that my Silic Slipspawn is able to ritualistically deconstruct my entire team, I feel like I'm in a good position now because they only have Dr. Blight left. And I still have only one monster down. This is the most momentous moment of my stream. 1 hour and 45 minutes later. There's my win. Someone clip it, says Pero. No, wait, Pero. You know what that was? It was simply lovely. It was simply lovely. Pero will get it.
You could really use that 500 SPS though.
It was 6.7.
No, I mean
for the win.
Clip of the week.
Yeah, $1.
I mean, big money.
Rise of the Commons, Lost Magic, and Little League with no magic, which I already mentioned, but I felt the need to repeat to stop me from playing Obsidian.
Have either of you ever won Clip of the Week?
No. I did when I got the castle.
Oh, yeah.
It was the most unemotional castle pull you've ever seen in your life. Because I'm balanced and pragmatic.
Yes. And even fair.
Fair, I don't know. My skin's possibly a little bit too dark to be described in such a way. Play Obsidian, says Big Barger. But you won unemotionally. I do lots of things in my life unemotionally, except clap at cars that can't use crosswalks properly. It'll be like that photograph I sent you guys of me at the Barbie film. Me in the box.
Like the most goth thing ever.
I'm going to bring that up on stream. Here we go.
Watch out. They might geolocate you.
Look at this. Look at this terrible photograph of me when I went to go see Barbie on the weekend. Isn't it brilliant? Isn't it beautiful? She's having the best day.
It's the best day ever.
Is that not the most beautiful thing you guys have ever seen? Zuriel Barbie.
It's pretty far up there, I have to be honest.
It's funny how I tried to disguise myself. No, I just decided to wear the hood. Barbeard. I'd love to see you rage when on a massive streak. No, I'm just too balanced.
That's my job, Gigi.
Yeah. But yeah.
Just ask Maui.
There's me enjoying myself on a weekend. You know. I was actually Ken has left the chat. Oh, good job, JB Saints. Yeah, it would be much better if it was Gollum, but with that same packaging on the box, because I feel like I'd be much more suitable as a Gollum in that image.
You're too big to be Gollum. Oh, a Gollum.
Yeah, yeah. This photo captures the fun you're having.
I'm not big on smiling unless I'm laughing. And I remember my 8th or ninth grade French teacher coming up to me in class very earnestly and asking me, "Kevin, are you sad? Is everything okay? You don't smile a lot." And like,
To which you just raised your black painted nails and sighed.
Nails weren't. At that point, I still.
They were black due to lack of oxygenation.
No, I mean, in high school, I was my girlfriend was goth. I was more of a punk rocker.
Guess what? That was another win. That's 2 in a row.
Woo!
No.
23 in a row now.
No. Jesus, walk the grid.
Walk away.
Barbie meets Bin Laden. Oh my.
God, we can't. Why can we not have nice things?
Smiling is overrated. You burn more calories smiling than you are frowning.
I've heard the opposite.
Some people have resting female puppy face. I have resting depression face.
Oh, it would be funny. It wouldn't be funny if it wasn't true. Wait, is that what I'm trying to say?
It wouldn't be funny if it wasn't true.
I haven't slept a lot since Saturday, guys.
I've got lost legendaries up to 11 and unprotected as my rule set. That means I can still play Kitty, which means I can still strike first.
Strike fear into their hearts?
Yeah, possibly. Hopefully. I'm going blue.
Today was another smoke-filled day here in beautiful Alberta.
When are they going to get those burning forests and whatnot under control? Or is it just at the point where it cannot be?
I hear climate change is a thing.
It definitely is.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, there's this town in British Columbia called like Uigos or something like that.
I thought you said glucose for a second there, and I was quite concerned.
Glucose. And Tim Hortons was like recurrently promoting, Tim Hortons being our
local coffee place. Yep.
No, our national coffee empire. Coffee and donut empire did like for their summer beverages.
Tim Hortons being what Starbucks wishes it could be.
Yeah. Minus the fancy beverage.
And pumpkin spice? Pumpkin spice?
I don't think they have it.
Because pumpkin is not spicy.
No. But yeah, they always promoted their summer beverages with the town of Uigos, the warmest town in all of Canada, the hottest. And that entire town basically just burned down.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, several firefighters died, unfortunately. Yeah.
I mean, several Australian firefighters have even deployed to assist over there.
No, I've heard, yeah. Thank you for sending those.
I personally was responsible.
I'm sure they're probably getting very drunk and into fights between firefighting shifts.
I don't think they are.
No, me neither. But if it was normal Australians, that's what you guys would be doing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be very difficult to do in Canada, though. Not the getting drunk part, but the getting into fights part. They'd just be walking around hitting people.
Bruh, getting into fights is not hard. You just need to know where to go. So go to a biker bar. You can find a fight if you want one.
Well, you gotta try and ruin the joke, man.
I'm just imagining a BMX bar.
Oh my god, though. The funny thing is about you saying that, in Montreal there actually was like a bike bar for like cyclists.
It had like a half pipe and everything.
No, it was like for like hipster cyclists. Like had a
was it called the Lycra and Latte? You know how pubs are like called like the Elephant and Ant, and I don't know, the minstrel and the lute or whatever, but the lycra and the latte sounds like this would be the name of the establishment you're describing.
Just to tell you how hipster it was in a neighborhood called Mile End.
We have a neighborhood called Mile End here in Australia, in Adelaide, indeed.
Is it hip?
It has some microbreweries and like a gin distillery. It's been very gentrified for a long time. It's in a pretty affluent side of the city.
Mile End in Montreal gentrified over the last like 10-15 years, I think. It wasn't gentrified when I started university, and it became gentrified over the course of time in undergraduate university.
Wow.
Now it's like probably one of the most expensive areas in the city, even though it's not near a metro station.
I filtered to ranged, thinking it would diminish my available monsters. I was wrong. It's still a stupid amount of monsters.
One should never play ranged, then that's another.
But it's a close range rule set, and only ranged creatures are allowed.
Then you shouldn't play, because ranged is an abomination.
Yeah, you're just wrong.
Well, take that. I redemptioned all of them, and because it's the reboot rule set, I'll get to redemption them again.
I'm not sure I know exactly what that means, but...
It means when my creature perishes, they all take a single damage.
Oh, that thing, right. Okay, yeah. All these rules...
Oh, my backfire didn't work.
If only I wasn't so incentivized to play a bot.
Oh no. I'm gonna lose. Yeah, the stream is over in 5 minutes, Pero. Time flies when you're being pummeled.
Wrecked.
2 wins. That's an hour a win.
Will the commander have their air horn?
No, it's Jayron next from the nation of Australia, also in the Queensland.
I see.
He's up on the Gold Coast.
Wait, how does that work? Shouldn't it be Kingsland now?
Yeah, but you know, they're a little bit backwards up there.
Oh my god, when Charles starts appearing on Canadian money, I'm gonna lose it.
You're just gonna weep openly in the street because you miss Lizzie?
I might move to another country.
That doesn't have a monarch on the thing?
No, because I've grown so used to seeing...
Yeah, I didn't do any giveaways, Pero. Oh, Jayron's not well. Wait, for real? He's got blood poisoning? Dang, that's pretty serious. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's literally what we were talking about earlier. Wow.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
I had no idea. That is horrible. Well, I hope they make a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Or, you know, a slow recovery. A recovery.
Yeah, I wish it was that.
Whatever pace of recovery is optimal for that condition.
Yeah. We have pretty good healthcare here in Australia, so I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah, I'm going to lose this match too. Let's see though, because usually that involves hospitalization, the treatment of blood poisoning. Because I used to work in the office with someone who had blood poisoning, and they were out from work for something like 7 or 8 weeks. Yeah, we won't be hearing from Jayron. He's not online, and for bloody good reason, might I say.
I mean, I'd cover it, but
I don't know his stream key, and we don't have his permission anyway.
Yeah, no, I know.
No pun intended, Pharaoh. No, there was a pun intended. I just didn't expect anyone to pick it up. But that leaves us with yes, don't rope. Congratulations, you got the pun as well. We will be back again on Thursday. Enjoy your hour of No Splinterlands TV. Use the time to hydrate, relax, rest, reflect on existence, and wish J-Ron all the best. Because we should.
And also, I guess, complain about no giveaways.
Sure. That's also something that people can choose to do.
Ready for the next.
I won 2 matches over the course of 2 hours. I feel like I've achieved a lot with my Monday evening. Thank you for joining me and entertaining me and laughing, weeping, crying, whatever it is that you do when you watch this. And check splinterlands.tv for the next schedule. Thanks for watching. Cheers.